Whoops, forgot to record. So I want to go again, and maybe we'll get a better score because I kind of messed up. So I got this comment telling me to play with HX twins and as DPS, and I was like, or maybe just twins as DPS as a whole. I was like, oh, that's a yeah. I mean, we wanted to try that. It's a good idea, and I attempted it. I was like, oh, wow, this is really good. This is like better as a borrow. Now, this isn't as good if everything was A6 houses, because I'm just assuming that if you already had an A6 twins, you would rather use the buffing abilities. But if you have like an A0 account, this is my free-to-play account, or less lower spending account, right? It's free to play now. I've stopped spending money on it, but it had money put into it previously. Essentially, with just A1 maximum on support, A0 DPSs. I never pulled the DPS weapons on DPS. I pulled some. Actually, no, that's a lie. I pulled some weapons, but I kind of do regret them because I think the DPS weapons aren't very useful. And here we're actually going to P5X to the year longer, not the main boss, because the boss is resistant to curse, but the year longers aren't. So it's actually, if you target your twins towards the year longer, you will do more damage, especially the big boom move. And Moko here S2s herself, and you can see I'm going to core S to Moko as well. This is to provide her with pretty much damage. She's going to buff herself here. And if you didn't know, also that if you S2 yourself, Moko, her S3 will then also trigger a follow-up, which is kind of poggy-woggy, because it adds a little bit more damage. It's very good at A6, but here it still adds a good amount of score. I mean, add some score. So, anyways, because because we can, and because we don't want to attack in between the dominions. So that's why Moko is first. Because if you didn't, because twins does 2 attacks, so it actually triggers both commandments from dominions. We really want the twins to eat both of them up, like yum yum. And I do also want to play more with A0 twins as well, A0/A1. I do think that they really heavily need that A1, not that they're unplayable at A0, which is very tough. And also without the weapon, you hit the stat requirements is also really tough. We apply a shock there as well on the longer we apply with Futaba. That's just to also add a little bit of damage onto Moko and onto the first skill that the twins will do during the break. But it's probably going to be next guild boss that I experiment more with, like the A0 twins, because I don't think they're bad. They're not bad at all. They're still an upgrade, even at A0. You do probably want an A0R0 or A1RX, which is all the 4-star, probably. But definitely a unit to be replacing a Leon and to be good in like. And I think that just having +1 on your wonder skills is valuable. It's valuable for the rest of your account. Albeit small, it helps like keep the best character on your account, and so pretty much extensively, because you're always going to be using a wonder because he's the main character. Unless they decide to throw some random bullshit at us, and as if it's not already pay to win enough because of how OP the twins' awareness is truly ours. So if you are skipping for that reason, then it makes sense as well. Or if you're skipping for future supports, it also kind of makes sense. If you can't afford the A2, right, the twins really do feel like they're probably not as good as Winvas or Turbo in the future that's going to come. But again, I don't really look at leaks. I don't really look at this stuff. I just look at what's right now, and right now the twins are a decent upgrade to my account, so I did end up picking up on this account, even though they're still at A0, and they might just stay at A0, and that's fine for me. For me, that's fine, because I'm going to be skipping a couple of the future characters that are coming out anyways, so I think I'm going to have to, because there's not a lot of gems left here to find, and I find them okay to skip, especially if you have an A2. And also, just talking about the highlight order there, we wanted to highlight on the actual twins first because the highlight buffs themselves, and so then this next highlight becomes more powerful. 1.9 million. It's insane, actually. How much damage that this well, I guess it's not really support, you know, there is a multi-functional tool, and that's kind of why they're so good at high awarenesses. It's kind of an investment. You can get them at higher awareness, and then you can skip a lot of the future banners. So, you know, as scummy as it is, it's pretty worth your money. This unit is very, very strong, especially if you get those awarenesses. Here are the stats, and just to make sure, you want to watch your crit rate, because the sweeper version of Twins get a lot of crit rate. You need to make sure that the buffs you give, they're just right at 100%. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.